Hello, everyone, and happy belated New Year. I am Luca Blight, and we're back with RWBY. And strangely enough, it feels like it's been a year since I've watched a RWBY episode. I don't know why. It's just weird. I know it's only been a week, but it feels like it's been a year. Anyways, I am excited for this episode. I'm actually excited to get back into RWBY after doing that recap, and I got to tell you, that was a pain in the ass to do. I think I spent maybe 30 minutes on like one episode, and there was one that I spent I think a good almost 2 hours just going through the scenes, making sure I got my information right because my reactions change from my later opinions. When you let shit digest and stir up in your brain, you change your mind about things, like how I did with episodes 1 and 2. And this volume as a whole, so far, it's gearing itself up to be the best volume that I've seen. That's just my opinion. I'm never going to come at this as a critic. That's just too much goddamn work. But I just wanted to make informed opinions, and based on actual stuff that happens in the show instead of me coming up with shit in my head. Anyways, this is episode 9, As Above, So Below. Also named after. It's not named after this horror movie, but that horror movie was freaking dog shit. I don't know, I'm trying to think of the last time I've seen a good horror movie. I know The Grudge came out not too long ago. Apparently that movie sucked ass. Jeremy Johns gave it a dog shit. I'm like, no surprise there. I didn't see any fucking reason to see it. I'm not wasting my money on that, especially after Rise of Skywalker. I'm not going to spoil that though. I hated that movie so much. It's easily the worst Star Wars film. Maybe not as bad as Attack of the Clones, but at least Attack of the Clones had that cool Jedi versus battle droid scene at the end. But yeah, Star Wars shit aside. Um, I've been grinding back on Dark Souls. How I lost. This is really what pissed me off about my PS4. It had a corrupted update, and I tried to manually download it through like one of my external hard drives, but unfortunately, it had to be a clean wipe. I was two bosses away. I had to fight the Nameless King and whoever the final boss is. I was two of them away from beating Dark Souls 3 and I have to redo it all over again. Thankfully, I actually enjoyed Dark Souls 3 probably the most out of the Dark Souls games. I would even put it above Bloodborne. I think I've had more fun with it, more frustrations, but also more fun with it. I feel like it's a more the way Dark Souls tells its story is a little different. You actually have to go out of your way to understand it. But Dark Souls 3 kind of gives it to you a bit more on the fly, or at least it's a lot more. It's a lot less sandboxy. Is what I'll also say. Like you do have to go through certain areas. It's almost a linear experience. Whereas with Dark Souls 1, it was just go wherever the fuck you want. But chances are you'll end up in this level 90 zone where you'll be one shot killed. You can see my cat goofing off back there. Wow, I am talking a lot. I just realized, well, it's only been like 3 minutes, but yeah, where the hell am I at right now? I'm doing some item. Yeah, I'm at Fair and Keep. I'm doing some item hunting over there. I'm trying to get all the items that I missed. Um, I almost missed the storyline bit with the Onion Knight and Patches, but I was able to find a way to get Patches in the game. So Patch is a character, not like a patch of the game. So I was able to get that storyline rolling because I want to see how Onion Knight's story ends because I've been told it's really fucking sad. But it's Dark Souls. There is no happiness in that world. There is no happiness at all. Nobody gets a happy ending, not a one. Anywho, this is episode 9, as I said before. Let us begin. Actually, hold on. Where is this one? This was at 140. All right, so yeah, hit play, pause, play. Okay, I was like, I can't hear anything.
What's going on? Is the heat off in Atlas too?
They wouldn't just turn the heat off.
It's a little quiet.
General, since the day you were appointed headmaster, there have been
captions.
Atlesians who are skeptical.
Ah,
of
damn
one
it, they don't
man
have
holding
captions on. Are
2
you
council
serious?
seats.
Yes, which is exactly why we have checks and balances.
We are
Captions off.
supposed to,
English.
but lately you've been running
Damn it, Rooster
roughshod
Teeth.
all over them, making unilateral decisions without us.
Councilman, I never intended
What
to.
people intend and what they do aren't always the same, General.
What?
Yeah, Ironwood's kind of on the ropes here still.
My authorization? Check it again.
Oh yeah, the power got shut down.
Haven't so many
If I missed something, I'm
Um,
sorry. For some
yes,
reason,
I,
Rooster doesn't have captions.
Agree
So
with
actually, let me check.
everything that was just said. No.
Yeah,
no
let me pause this. All right, let me refresh. I'm at 2. I'm at 247. Okay. Mute that. Jesus, just mute already. Oh man, what is up with this website today? Nope, no captions. That's unfortunate.
Questions.
I'm not quite done yet.
You're afraid of something, General. Aren't you?
I think that's pretty obvious, Miss Hill. I'm trying to prevent Atlas from becoming another beacon. Another haven.
Yet you don't trust your own council to help you? Operating in secret? These are the actions of somebody who's
Yeah, I was a
hiding
little
something.
delusional to think he's justified here.
I'm not hiding anything.
Let's put it to the test then. You're all aware of my semblance. Let's
Yeah, she
here
pulls
and
in the
now,
trump card.
General Ironwood.
Oh, these are so good. What you
Here
gonna do, Ironwood?
and now.
Something's gonna interrupt him.
Wait!
Yep.
You've got the wrong man on trial. I know who's been framing Ironwood, who rigged the election. And my father does too. He's been working with him.
Busted! Oh shit! Everybody's gonna know.
That's impossible. Dr. Watts died
It's
in the
impossible.
Paladin incident years ago. What?
Paladin
What is
incident?
this?
I might pause this
Please.
reaction and rewatch this because I'm annoyed the captions aren't on.
Bastard is costing me more money every day with this embargo. I'd lay off every employee.
Oh, he's got sweat beads. I like that touch.
Votes for this council seat. What have I said?
Oh, more. Oh no, never mind. That's just my screen's dirty.
And eat it too.
But yeah, he does have sweat
What
beads.
did you have
Two of
in
them.
mind? James Ironwood never recognized my genius. After everything I gave him, he still disgraced me. I simply wish
I wonder how he
to
disgraced him.
return the favor. What's in it for me?
Oh, Ironwood's fucking
A seat on the
pissed.
council. All I need is your login credentials to the Atlas network.
Winter doesn't look like
You
she's at all
promised to make
surprised that he would
Ironwood's
do something
life
like
a
this.
waking nightmare.
And she's
I
just
will
like, what the
guarantee
fuck am I
victory
hearing?
at the polls by giving the voters down in Mantle a little
Robin's shocked.
digital push, if you will. I always knew you were a good scientist, Arthur. But I never knew you were such a good salesman.
Enough.
They're both just slime balls. I love them for it.
That is... I can explain that. That isn't real.
That isn't real.
Take
Come
your
on, dude.
seat.
Yeah, dude, take a fucking seat. Really? You little chicken shit. Ah, there we go, Weiss.
Weiss.
Jacques Schnee, you're under arrest.
Oh! I bet that felt good,
Can I do
Weiss. Get to arrest your own dad. Oh. Well, Jacques fucked. Play like a fucking pawn.
Atlas
Yeah,
killed the heat on purpose!
It sounds like though, Watts quite literally played him, but it sounds like Jacques didn't have any ill intentions of working with Salem.
Situation here
Also, yeah, putting dust in a fire, that wasn't very smart, you morons. That'd been funny if they blew themselves up. That'd been fucking funny. Oh, hi, Tyrion.
I knew you'd stoop low to get what you wanted, Jacques. But this...
This is all a great leap, James.
No,
Fucking
it's
Jacques,
quite simple,
man.
really. Now that
Stop.
I know Arthur Watts is alive, working with a madman like Tyrion Kalos, it would be easy for someone like him to coordinate an unthinkably heinous act like the one in that warehouse. Watts designed Mantle's entire security network. He used that access to hack the surveillance system.
I want this backstory on
and frame
Watts.
someone else for
I
the
want to
job.
know what this incident is and how he was disgraced. He is probably one of the most interesting villain they
All while
have in this
stealing
show.
An election. And once you became a councilman, your newly granted clearance gave him a backdoor into Atlas's secure network. But you probably hadn't even considered that, had you?
The people that died that night, their blood is on your hands.
Jacques Schnee must be tried, not only for treason, but as an accessory to murder.
These are outrageous accusations. I only...
These are outrageous accusations.
Nothing to do.
I'm a salesman. Oh, she pissed. You don't want to piss off Velvet. Tells
What
Bizarria,
else
great
will
game.
he be able to do with the access Jock's given him?
With enough time, whatever he wants.
You could shut down the economy. That would fuck Atlas. Just shut down the economy. Pull a Rick from Rick and Morty. Just shut down the economy.
Wait, what? What do you mean the heat has gone off?
You have to believe
He didn't pay the power bill.
No, he was planning.
That reminds me, I need to pay my fucking
You
bills.
are going to shut your mouth and get the heating grid up and running again.
I've been informed that we can't get into the system. It's been blocked off.
Without heat down there, people are going to die.
I'm gonna die from the cold.
General Ironwood? How bad is it?
He's using Jacques' credentials. We can follow that activity on the network if he's found his way into the Amity system.
You're gonna have to like just change your clearances and
The
whatnot.
secret's safe. For now.
And then again, he's in the system, so we might figure it out.
If he
Either way.
learns about Amity, she learns about Amity.
Can you
She
block his access?
said that right as she was,
He's
or he was
already
walking
starting to
past
block
Robin.
us.
Like, wait, hold
Can
on,
we
she?
trace him somehow? Find out where he's hiding?
He's going to be mobile. We need his access point. We need to get him out in the open.
Okay, so let me get this
Or is he on
straight.
AT&T or Verizon?
Yep.
He's on AT&T. Then
Still
I
here,
think you guys are
everyone.
all right because AT&T has
How do a
terrible
disgraced
service.
scientist and
I would know
disappeared
because I have
serial killer
AT&T.
find each other, General? Why would they target you? And why are you working so hard to hide the Amity communications tower from them?
You know?
He's kind of like, wait, fuck, you know? I mean, I know he's surprised, but just the way he said it was a little, I don't know.
Please disperse. For your bones, baby.
More confused, I guess, than anything.
Bones, baby.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course he's like, how the fuck did you know about that? It's just the way he said it. It sounded like he didn't really care that she knew, but he's just like, oh, you know. And here's the scene from the preview. Big-ass motherfucking elephants. Those things are fucking cool. Also, we're actually getting to see the freaking, Goliaths. I think that's what they're called. No, Goliaths are the gorillas. I forgot what these damn elephants are called. But we saw them, like, the first time we saw them was in Volume 2. Yeah, that big hole in the wall's not good. Those robots are so fucking useless. They're like stormtroopers. They can't hit for shit. Oh, what the
I
fuck?
used to think
What?
you were hiding something to protect
Oh
yourself.
shit! Was that a
I
dragon?
can tell there's something much bigger going on here. Now I
That thing
think
flew
it's to
fucking
protect
by
something else.
quick.
Us. Atlas, maybe even all of Remnant.
I think if you freeze frame
You're
it though,
afraid of
you'd
what
be
might
able
happen if
to.
you tell the truth.
You'd be able to see what it is.
General, the Grimm are all over Mantle.
Damn it! Keep getting interrupted.
The air fleet's doing everything they can, but they can't easily
It's
target
like,
Grimm in the
you
city.
plan all these
without risking
interruptions, Ironwood?
casualties.
This is what I was afraid would happen.
Well, it's happening.
Sir,
Time to do
we
something
need
about
ground
it.
support now.
What we need is to start evacuating Mantle. If it's completely overrun, it's not going to be safe anywhere. Use the fleet
If
to
I
get...
move the fleet, then Atlas is vulnerable. I tried to keep the kingdom safe,
Yeah.
and now we're losing everything.
Well, you were quick to give up, dude. Come on now.
General, earlier you asked for my advice.
I keep forgetting Oscar's in this show.
I wanted
He's
Oscar's
just not been
advice.
around all
And
that
his
much.
advice probably would have been to keep your secrets. When we first got here, you already knew that wasn't the right course. You had a new plan.
It's time to give up on that plan. It's all falling apart.
The panic you were worried about, it's already happening. The secrets you're keeping, they're about to be in the open anyway.
Yeah.
It's time.
Oscar, you're a little
Tell the
you're a little
truth.
wise for your age, little dude.
You're not alone. We can do this together.
The hype is real.
Thank
Oh
you.
wow, we're already halfway done, man. This episode's
Awesome.
flying by.
I
There's just
think
so
it's
much
time to get
happening.
Back to the academy.
I think you're right.
Miss Hill,
I wish they
Councilman
would pull like a
Slate,
Netflix and just
Councilman
drop the whole
Camilla.
season one day.
there are some things you need to know about. Let's figure out how we can help Mantle.
Of course, then we'd end up having to wait till like
Together.
February to watch it.
I've called a transport.
What about Watson Tyrion?
You leave them to me. Right now, you're needed down
Ironwood's
below.
gonna take matters
All
into
right,
his own
everybody.
hands.
It's time to do our jobs. All of us.
That means you, Penny.
What she said. Let's make it happen, Huntsman.
Avengers assemble! Autobots, roll out! What the fuck? Oh shit, it's Neo! Henry's gonna be happy. Well, he's more of a Cinder fan, but I'm sure we'll see her here in a bit.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Whoa!
I just
I had
wanted
the
to say
thought that maybe
we should tell
And the
her.
Rose Garden shippers going crazy. Granted, this one feels a little more.
Guess so.
I can roll with it.
He's
Yeah,
finally
Bumblebee.
choosing the truth
I'm not even
over fear.
touching that fucking
We should do the same.
shit stain,
I'll tell him.
whatever you want to call it.
I'm the
Not
one
that
you're
the ship is
supposed
a
to
shit
keep it
stain,
from
but it's
him in
just
the
the
first place.
attitude everybody
Ruby.
has towards it.
Transport's leaving.
Be it if you're for it or
You're needed
against it, just
elsewhere.
the arguments people get in,
You're
fucking
sure?
ridiculous. Like it's
Yeah.
a show.
I've got
Grow
it.
the fuck up.
Good luck down
in
there.
That was cute though. I like that. What the fuck was that? Like that was cute. That was a cute moment.
All right, everyone. I need to stress to our new huntsmen and
It
huntresses,
literally is
we
Avengers
are
Assemble right now.
prioritizing citizen safety over killing Grimm. Got it?
My death flags are raised for those two. Somebody is going to die. I will be incredibly upset if they don't kill somebody off, but it has to be done in a meaningful way. The reason why I say I won't be upset is because there needs to be consequences for when the bad guy. Like we need a volume where the bad guys like genuinely win, because we haven't had one. We haven't had them win since what, volume 3. Even then, that was kind of a mixed bag.
She can't be killed.
Oh shit, he told him.
Jin told you this.
She showed us when we asked what Oz was hiding.
Man, everybody's just filling everybody's secrets today.
Why would Oz keep this from us? From the people who trusted him?
He was worried you would lose hope. We're sorry we kept it from you too. We didn't know who to trust. I figured you should know before you make any sacrifices.
Good on you, Oz. Oh yeah, that's smart. And it shows like Oscar respects Ironwood,
What are you
and he
gonna
wants
do?
him to act with the most knowledge that he can.
All
Or
we can do for
information.
the moment is what we can to save Mantle. That's what's in front of us.
He'd be proud of you. You're bringing the hope that Atlas was meant to inspire. The city in the sky is held to a higher standard.
You say that like you were there.
You say that like you were
Our
there.
transports
huh?
are here. We should move. Oscar. No more
Yeah, they're really
surprises,
hyping
right?
it up, though. This definitely feels like the
Try to
hype
take it.
episode, and then 10, 11, and 12 are going to be
You and me both.
the big fights. Yeah, because this would be up. Yeah, because in volume 3. Whoa, that thing looks fucking gnarly. This would be up. Yeah, because episode 9 is when the attack on Beacon started. And we get in episode 13. All right, so Weiss is trying to keep the plane balanced. Oh, that thing looks fucking.
Can't shake it.
That thing looks fucking evil. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a word. Like it just.
I don't think
It looks so
we're staying
fucking
airborne.
cool.
It's time to go. You have your team assignments. Let's go.
Okay, that was kind of cheesy.
Harriet, don't stay too long.
Okay, Rooster
Yeah,
Teeth.
thanks
That
for
was
the
kind of
tip.
cheesy. I'll take it. I like how she swung, but it didn't like
Try to
throw
keep
her
up,
that
kid.
much farther. Okay, I'm kind of ruling out any of the Aesop's being bad guys.
Show off.
How dare you? It's highly unnecessary.
I kind of feel bad for Whitley. I know he's a little shit, but I feel bad for him. Is that Neo? Yeah, Whitley's not happy.
I'll be reporting this rough treatment.
Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, no, there she
Your
is.
name and badge number.
Hello, Neo. She reminds me of Matilda for some reason. I think it's the hairs just make me think Matilda. So we know they're in Atlas.
Huh. You're back early.
I hate that outfit of
Tell me you
Cinder's.
found what we've been looking for.
I prefer her Volume 5 outfit. This outfit just looks dumb. Now, Neo's, on the other hand, I like hers. Okay, I know what they're looking for. They're looking for the Winter Maiden. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. All right. Who wrote this episode? Oh, I already went past that. Oh well, doesn't matter. So that was a good way to bring the series back. I liked this episode starting off the latter, I guess, end of the season. Felt a lot better than how episode 8, left off. But I don't know. So off the get go, let me just. Damn it! Would you stop autoplaying? This website's just not wanting to work with me today. So yeah, we started off with the latter end of the meeting between Ironwood and Jacques. And, Jacques has him on the corner, and the Weiss comes in and is like, bitch, I got this thing right here. It shows you were the one behind it all. And then Jacques just, he has lost all ground to stand on. He is quite literally fucked, and he's now arrested. He's a criminal. I don't see how they won't, criminally charge him or whatever. So I'm guessing that's also their way of writing him out of the story. But that technically makes Whitley the acting heir or the acting owner of the Shinee Dust Company, though. Not officially yet, but he's the next one in line. And I wonder what other role Willow's going to play, because we've only had her for one scene, and then she was looking back at Whitley. So maybe she'll be a better mom to him, try to mend the relations together. Now that Jacques out of the picture, and they can kind of rebuild from there. And then, yeah, you had Robin getting confrontational with Ironwood, and she was coming at him in a bit more like, help me understand your perspective, help me understand you, so that way we can work together. She's like, okay, obviously you were innocent of any wrongdoing because Jacques and Watts over here were the ones fucking everything up. Then, of course, you had the riots in the streets because, the heating and mantle got shut down, and that anger and frustration and, fear. Well, it brought in a bunch of fucking Grims. We got big-ass mastodons. We've got saber-toothed tigers. And now we've got whatever the fuck those dragon pterodactyl things are. They even... No, they're not going to be in the wiki yet. They probably won't be in the wiki until this coming Saturday when episode 10 airs. And, I mean, Ironwood was a little... I felt like Ironwood was a little too quick to be on the, yeah, I give up. And I felt like in the moment it worked, but it didn't have enough build up to justify it happening, because he just as quickly turned back around after a little speech from Oscar. Granted, they have shown that Ironwood has struggled with his decisions. It's just he's struggled so far and so long that now he's just giving up. And it just felt a little, I don't want to say forced. I just think it could have been done a little bit better. And then, yeah, Jacques winning the election kind of didn't mean anything in the end, I guess. It was just meant to be a consistent and convenient way for Watts to get access to Atlas Tech so that we would have what we have going on now. Not saying that's bad writing. I'm just saying that Jacques, as a character, didn't really pay off for him in any meaningful way. It's just this is how Watts gets access to Jacques' stuff. And you would think it does bother me a tiny eensy-weensy bit that Jacques was this clever dude. And he made this big-ass blunder. Granted, he was so high in his moment, he was riding high off his own ego, that he probably didn't think about it. So, you know what? No, this fits his narcissism. Okay, this definitely fits his narcissistic mentality. He's a smart dude, but he's also very full of himself. He does look at himself very highly. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, if Whitley takes over, if Willow takes over, if Willow remarries, because now she's, technically, well, she's not single. I mean, I'm sure she could file for divorce and be done with him. Then yeah, you had that cute moment between Oscar and Ruby, which I'm kind of thinking they're leaning towards Ruby and Oscar being an item. I'm thinking that's what they're going for. Just because in most movies and shows and stuff, when you have a moment like that, typically those two characters have affections for each other, and I'm thinking that's where they're heading with that, and that's cool. I like the smaller hints and whatnot. You don't need to just spill it outright. Yeah, with Blake and Yang, if I can talk about this Bumblebee bullshit thing, in a neutral fucking perspective of it, which is what I have, I think the people that are adamant about the two of them, they're the ones that are the problem. Be it if you're for or against it, if you're gonna belittle people over your fucking your two character lesbian romance, fuck out of here. Anyways, my personal opinion, if they had handled it better in the past, which in Volume 2, I felt like Yang and Blake were kind of building off of each other. Like, Yang was trying to get Blake to be included in between, the group. Like, reach out to your teammates because we're here for you. We're here to support you. And then it kind of turned around in Volume 6 where I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't too happy with the resolution. I felt like it was done a little too squeaky clean. Um, like Yang resented Blake in Volume 5, but as soon as they reunited, she kind of got over it. For the moment in Volume 5, I'd have been okay with it. Like if it's just a moment. But then Yang, is reminded, like she's like, I'm trying to put on this thing, but I just can't keep forgetting that you just straight up abandoned me. And it delved more on like Yang not knowing what to say to Blake and Blake feeling guilty, which okay, I guess works, but it's a complete 180 from what was going on in Volume 5. I just wanted something more out of it. Like, by the end of Volume 6 and whatnot, they could have had their, like, making amends thing, or making amends of each other, with each other and whatnot. Because that whole fight between Yang, Blake, and Adam, even though Adam's character was, like, butchered beyond all belief, the fight itself was fucking amazing. Amazing. God, I can't speak. Adam dying, I was kind of like, meh. Like, I didn't care. I mean, I was shocked at the moment, but then, like, a couple minutes later, I was like, don't really care that he died because like his character just devolved into this like obsessed dude that just blamed Blake for all of his problems. And I just didn't give a shit. Like Adam in volumes 1 and 3, I thought was fucking amazing. He felt like a scary fucking badass. And I liked the idea that he had this like, charisma that like brought people to him, like almost like he manipulated Blake into believing that he was all this and obscure, like pulling wool over her eyes as he was butchering people and whatnot. And it just felt like he got a little his entire motivation revolved around the fact that Blake left him. And that's just such a shitty motivation for a villain. It's just so stupid. It's the same fucking motivation that the villain in Resident Evil 6 had, because he was obsessed. He was so obsessed with Ada, he made a fucking clone out of her using somebody else's body. Like it's just so stupid. I'm glad Adam's gone. I'm sorry, Card Captor, but I'm glad he's fucking gone. Card Captor, she's a friend of mine on a Discord server, and she's a big Adam fan. I know a couple of people that are big Adam fans. And I'm still a fan of his design. Even the weird zipper getup he had, I thought was pretty cool. Anyways, I'm going way the fuck off topic of what I was talking about. But yeah, if Blake and Yang become a thing, it's gonna have some toxicity to it to begin with. And I'm coming at this from a neutral point. If they do it, fine, whatever. But I'm just telling you now, it's not gonna be a relationship that you can argue was built on a healthy mindset between each other. Like just the way they've been through, they feel more like sisters. They feel more like sisters, and I think that relationship is the ideal Bumblebee thing. Is a platonic. We treat each other like family and whatnot. But yeah, because romance here, there's not really room for it. It's not what people gravitate towards when it comes to the show. Now, you can say they do on like, all the postings and the fanfics and whatnot, but when it comes to the show itself, it's more about the creation, the fights, or at least it used to be. But yeah, like the character creations, like I've seen so many fucking OCs, like that's what RWBY's more about. It's not really about the shipping. Even though that shit's widespread, it's more about the creation and the OCs and all that other good stuff. But yeah, there's some good fanfics out there, but there's some really bad ones too. It's like for every good one, there's like 3 bad ones. What else happened? I already talked about the Grim Invasion, which that's something I'll probably talk more about in episode 10 when we have like full-on battle going on. Oh yeah, Cinder and Neo. Oh yeah, and this fucking dragon. I don't know what the hell that thing is supposed to be. If it's supposed to be like a pterodactyl, also I have a pause where the Ace Ops guy is just kind of posing while the Grim's behind him. Like, dude, that thing's totally gonna bite your head off. And then he just like immediately knew that. Nope, thing blew up. Oh, his semblance. Okay, that's what. Okay, I still thought it was cheesy though. But yeah, we're finally getting Neo and Cinder, and it's pretty obvious who they're going for. They're going for the Winter Maiden. So there were a bunch of fucking theories that I and a couple others discussed about who's going to be the next Winter Maiden between Winter, Penny, possibly Weiss, maybe Neo and or Cinder, or Cinder. But I'm also wondering what happens if a maiden absorbs another maiden's power, if that could even happen. Even though the power is technically the same, so it'd just be kind of like giving yourself a double charge, like a double buff. But I'm some reason I can't really put words into it or like a thought process behind it. It's just like an instinctual thing. I feel like it's gonna be Penny. I feel like she's gonna be the Winter Maiden and whatnot. And given that she's a robot, that would technically make her immortal. And she can become the Maiden because she has an aura. That's all you need. So she's basically a robot with a soul, essentially. She's a cyborg? Is that what? No, android. Yeah, she'd be an android, I think. Either way, she's a robot. Getting too caught up in the sciencey stuff. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's more setup than anything. I mean, I know I rambled on about shipping for a good while. Jesus Christ, never let me do that again. I can't do that shit again. I'm gonna go exhaust myself on Dark Souls or something after talking about that. Jeez. But yeah, great way to bring back the Volume 7. Great way to set everything up, and I'm getting the feeling we're going to have ourselves a nice big clash between the Huntsman and the Grimm. Hopefully the Grimm actually do something, because, God, they look cool. You know, I always give credit to Rooster Teeth for the Grimm designs because they always look fucking cool. But yeah, it's like, you know, they show up, they get nice intros, and then they do things, and then yeah, it's dead. It's like, oh, all right, well that was a thing, cool. Anywho, folks, I am pretty much done rambling here. I need to rewatch this video to make sure the sound quality is good, or if I need to edit it to make the fucking volume louder for the show, because I'm not sure if it was too quiet for you guys, but I did test the audio and it was balanced out, but we shall see. Anywho, I've been Luca Blight, and once again, happy belated New Year.